Wild Hearts is a game that honestly surprised me. I really love this game, but that wasn't always the case. You see, when the game first got announced, I wrote it off as just a Monster Hunter knockoff and went about my business. However, it always lingered in the back of my mind. So, I kept my eye on it. Occasionally I'd look up a trailer or things like that. And the closer we got to the launch date, I got hyped for it. It's no secret that I love Monster Hunter. I'm sure you're well aware of that if you watch this channel. I mean, my first video that I personally uploaded was a video for Monster Hunter World. I love fighting giant monsters and then making them into a hat to help me fight even gianter monsters. And Wild Hearts scratches that itch just right. And it offers some new things that I'm having a lot of fun with. So, here's my thoughts on Wild Hearts. Alright, so I'm going to start off by saying I'm not your typical review game person thing. I'm going to talk about what I like about this game, and I'm going to touch on a few things I don't like. I can say off the bat that I play games in a weird way. I like to complete the game as fast as possible. I don't do side missions or anything that I don't find fun. I'm stubborn, what can I say? The point is, my criteria is probably going to sound off to some of you. And if you don't like that, I don't really know what to tell you. I'm sorry, I guess? Who gives a shit? Wild Hearts. It's a game that came out recently, made by Koei Tecmo and produced by the devil. And I'd just like to say that I know a lot of people just see EA's name and immediately start frothing at the mouth in rage, which is understandable. But from all the hours that I put into this game, I haven't really seen any of EA's corrupting juices anywhere. And trust me, I looked. I took a blacklight to this thing and no glowing stains like microtransactions anywhere to be seen. Wild Hearts is pretty simple. You there, person, you are a hunter of these things. The kimono, giant monsters infused with natural elements. You see this wolf? Glue some branches to him and boom, there you go. Kill the shit out of it. Now I know I'm kind of poking fun, but I actually really like the design choice of all the kimono. They're really cool, design-wise. One thing I really appreciate is how all of them are a real animal but dressed up and made into a truly mythical creature. You see, Monster Hunter, in my opinion, goes in a very different direction. I feel they start with an animal and then they add dragon or other animal parts to make it a monster. And that works, clearly, but Wild Hearts went in a different way. The kimono feel more like spirits or like a magical creature you hear about in old folk tales or mythology. And I dig it. Like, I want to see what they do with more types of animals like an elephant or a lion or something like that, Now, monster design is a huge thing in games like this, and as far as I'm concerned, this game delivers. All of the kimono I've hunted so far are bursting with color and energy and personality. From their design to their animations, they both feel grounded and larger than life, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons I enjoy this game as much as I do. And I think it's an important aspect that there's a wide range of looks here. Some kimono look more creepy and gross, like the Rage Tail. It's a big ass rat with a flower growing out of its eye and a fruit on its tail. It's so ugly. I love it. Other kimono are cute, like the what's its name? It's like a sugar glider with water powers, and it kind of inflates its tail and you can bounce around on it. It's really cute. I can't remember the name, and you know what? That reminds me of something. One of the little negatives I want to bring up, and it's definitely a nitpick, but, I think it's worth bringing up. I don't like when anything just takes two words and then mashes them together and says, that's the name. Like, the Ice Wolf in this game. It's called Deathstalker. And don't get me wrong, that's edgy as fuck, and I can feel my wrist opening up a little bit every time I say it, but I think it'd be better if they just made up a name for it. Like, Monster Hunter just names them shit, like Zinogre, Rathalos, Brachydios, Mistake, or, think of Pokemon, Pikachu, Lucario, Caesar, Mommy. And I know that Pokemon just remixes words or makes a pun, but I still think making up a name feels better and helps the monster be a little bit more memorable. Again, it's a small thing, but I thought I'd mention it. All that being said, I still really like the kimono. They feel very creative. I already have a few favorites. Deathstalker is really cool. I like wolves. I feel most people do, so I'm sure that isn't a shocker or anything, but I just like him. He's got a fun fight. He's really fast. He's aggressive. He has the most hilariously brutal grab attack in the game.
Ow, 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 ow. When's it gonna be my turn?
And, he just looks cool. Oh, damn it, I just punned. I like the shade of blue they used for him. I really like the way they incorporated the nature theme with his tail and his big-ass frozen trees that stick out of his shoulders. But, I think most people are going to be fans of the big bad frozen wolf. But one kimono that surprised me was actually King Tusk. Now, I'm not usually into pig-like creatures. The only time I ever want to see one is at breakfast, but King Tusk is kind of cool. He's really big, and he's kind of the first gut check monster. It's pretty hard, and you gotta learn the fight. But, he kind of grew on me. And I like the way he looks. Now, don't get me wrong, he's ugly as sin, but I think that's kind of part of the charm. But the fact that he has 6 eyes is a little disturbing, but, moving on. The next topic that I want to bring up is this game is really fun to play. And that's pretty damn important for a video game. The game part. The one thing I think you have to give this game is that it feels epic. Pressing buttons makes you feel like a badass. From the monsters to the weapons and how the dance of combat plays out between the two. Epic is really the first word that comes to my mind. The weapons feel fast and potent, and I really enjoy that they have a depth to them. At first, they're going to feel a little clunky and unwieldy, but if you learn the weapon, it starts to feel, just good. I mainly use 2 weapons. I use the katana and the claw blade, and they are a blast to use. I feel so accomplished from learning them. The katana is all about spicy, slicey, dicey, and when you get your meter filled up, you turn into Ivy from Soul Calibur, and it turns into a whip, and all of your attacks start doing extra damage, and when you knock down a monster or you find the right opening, mwah, chef's kiss. You become an absolute whirlwind of damage. It is fantastic. The claw blade is all about stringing the combo along as much as you can, and leaping into the air for this beautiful ballet of offense, dodging at the right time and positioning yourself correctly until you can sink that claw into the monster, flying around, attacking from every angle. Then finally, flying through the monster for a huge burst of damage. And a weapon that I'm really looking forward to learning is the Karakuri Staff. It's this weapon that can transform into multiple tools of destruction. One moment it's a bow staff, the next it's a giant shuriken, and next it's the biggest sword I've ever seen. Like, seriously, I'm feeling a little insecure over here. But, like I said, it takes two to dance, right? The weapons are great because fighting the kimono is great. They are fast, and they are powerful, but most importantly, they're balanced. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know the intricacies of game design or that I'm good at video games. I'm the type of guy that doesn't enjoy super hard things or stuff like that. I play games for the power fantasy and for fun. I'm not super into ball torture. However, I am the type of guy who will slam his head against a wall over and over and over until it comes down. Like I said, really stubborn. If I end up meeting a hard mission or a boss or something like that, I will just keep trying it over and over until I beat it. And this game hits the perfect balance for me yet again. There was a good amount of time I was cruising down Easy Street, killing everything I made eye contact with. But eventually, I hit a wall. Okay, it was a few walls, actually. At the time of this recording, I haven't beaten Golden Tempest yet. He's like that big saber-toothed tiger monster. But I have been close a few times. Okay, I got close like once, but you know, don't judge me. Fuck you. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I'd never felt the game was cheating me or anything like that. Nothing was ever unfair. I just had to take a second, learn the monster a bit, maybe go upgrade my weapons and armor, eat a snack for some buffs. Even with fucking Tony the Tiger over here, I feel like victory is right there. I just have to take a little time, try a little harder, play a little smarter. You know, maybe I should try to dive into the Karakuri system even more. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a system called Karakuri. So the system is actually pretty neat, if you ask me. Basically, you have the ability to make wooden machines and stuff to help you even the odds a little bit. You can make simple things like a box to climb up and jump off of, or a bounce pad to leap in a certain direction, but you can also make big machines too, like a giant hammer to bonk the monster on the head or a harpoon to lock him in place for easy damage. Oh, also, you can make a big fucking laser cannon. No, I'm not joking. I love this game. The building stuff is really fun, and it's really rewarding when you dunk on a monster by putting up a wall at the right moment to have them crash into it, or dodge a fatal blow at the last second with the jump pad. My only complaint is the system is a little too expansive. Like, I have a really hard time remembering all of the combinations for all the fancy big stuff, like the harpoon and the laser gun. Sometimes I feel like I'm having a hard time because I'm not using the right one for the situation, but maybe I'm dumb, I don't know. With all that being said, I gotta give this game high marks for hitting the right balance of challenge for me, and making me look like a badass while doing it. This game oozes with style. Combos and animations are flashy and feel good to pull off. The monsters all have big, epic attacks that are fun to see and experience. And I'd like to point out that all the kimono have an enraged state, and when they enter it, epic. Again, that's all I can say. They let out a roar, and some of nature bursts out of the ground like trees or walls of ice, and their bodies change. More of the nature theme shows up in their design in one form or another, and they start to glow with an angry energy bubbling from them like Mother Nature's fury given form. Every time it happens in a hunt, it's a shit just got real moment. And you know, one more small thing I just want to throw in here. When you finally beat the monster, they let you do a finishing move, and I just really think that's cool. It feels super epic, super cinematic, and I love it. And that's pretty much all I've got to say about that. I really like this game. I've been playing it non-stop. I feel like I'm close to beating it, but I wanted to get this video out sooner rather than later, you know. I think the game feels good to play. Personally, I think the game looks good too. I know some people have been talking about like graphics and stuff. I don't really care for any of that anyway, but the game looked really pretty to me. And the music, the music is so good. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find like the full soundtrack online, but what I've heard in the game and little snippets and stuff like that have been powerful, moving, lovely, beautiful music. So that's a plus. At the end of the day, a game that I once laughed off when it was first announced left me pleasantly surprised. Now, it's not perfect. No game is. You know, I think the armor, for example, could be a little bit more flashy, a little bit more interesting, have more of the monster incorporated into the design of the armor. Also, a lot more. I need a lot more like full face mask. I'm not a face person. I don't like human faces. So if we can get more mask and stuff, that'd be really cool. Like I said, the building system is a little too much. Hopefully they can streamline that a little bit more, or, you know, it's, again, I could just be dumb, but it's a little much. But this game could really have some staying power. I want this game to do well. I want it to sell well. I want this team to get another chance. I wanted to have a sequel. I want to see what Koei and Tecmo does the second time around. So if you're a Monster Hunter fan, maybe give this game a shot. Or if you were thinking about it, check it out. But that's just my opinion, you know. So yeah, I'm Fasa, the Silver Chimera, and tell me what you think of Wild Hearts. I'd love to talk with you all about it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. P.S. EA, please don't Dead Space this game. Give it some time to grow. You know, if it doesn't sell super well, I think you really got something good here. So please don't get greedy and fuck this up. PPS, I'm back, bitches, and new videos are on their way. So, you know, peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.